Hey you guys, it's me Kai, the solopreneur, mompreneur, everything behind Bath Time Bakery. So today I'm going to show you how I've been using Canva Pro to recreate and step up my label game. So I'm going to be using Online Labels OL 750 templates, and so I have the dimensions written there. So I'm going to enter that here and start working on kind of creating this label. But what I like to do with my labels is I download the template from onlinelabels.com, and then I create labels within those dimensions in Canva. Then I upload my Canva photograph into the PDF templates that I get from Online Labels. And I work it out on the templates in Adobe Illustrator, and then I have my template formats before I print. That's an entirely different video, but I wanted to quickly talk you through what the steps look like, just in case you're wondering. So my hope is to have new box designs and labels resolved in a few months. It's been quite a journey for me. And so I guess, why do I like Canva? The main thing is they're affordable. So they have a free version as well as a pro version. I think the pro is like $12.99 a month, or you can shave off a couple of bucks if you opt in for a full year's payment. I don't remember what that is, but that is what I ended up doing. And as you'll see as this video progresses, they offer so many options that you can explore. And whether this is true or not, it gives me some peace of mind, some level of confidence that other folks using Canva won't have the exact same labels and box designs as me. So, y'all, I really like Canva, and until I have the money to pay PR and marketing companies the big bucks to handle my branding and etc., Canva for the win, Canva for solopreneurs, okay? And for those of you who are interested in Canva Pro, I do have an affiliate link listed in the description of this video. I had to go through several of the fonts before I decided that this was the one that I actually like. It reminds me of kind of like the wispiness you see in some of the bakery fonts out there. Just Google it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I love it so much. I'm satisfied with the placement of everything for now, so I want to further personalize the label by bringing in some of my brand colors. And you can actually select your brand colors and have groupings of colors already set in Canva for various projects or for whatever you want to use it for. And so now I have the pink, and what I want to do is bring in some of that Southwest flair with either, Puntia cactus or, succulents, but just something to look a little Southwestern-ish. And right here, I'm adding that particular succulent to a folder for my crumble top design because I really like it. And I just want to be able to always go back to the images that I use quickly instead of having to go through their robust list of images. So my computer is going to be slowing down a little bit because I am in the animated portion right here. And I'm going to use some of the animations because of course they're stills when they're printed out in the labels, but I do like some of them and kind of like the abstract look behind them. And a lot of them tie in closely with my brand colors. So very excited to see these. And you can see that even though I'd selected 3, it's taking a long time for the third one to load. And now all I'm doing here is just resizing and moving things around till I get an aesthetic that I quite like. I appreciate that we have the options of layering our images on top of one another. So what I want to do is send that abstract blue streak behind the succulent. So that's what I'm doing here when I select send back. And I realize here that I need to make my font bold so that it can stand out on top of, you know, some of the watercolor art. And I might even go in and fade the succulent just a little bit after I'm done adjusting the fonts. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in and fade it right here. I'm just gonna lower it just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit so that the black font can stand out a little bit more. And now I'm just centering things and kind of finalizing the look of everything. And I also need to bold that crumble top collection so that it's more visible. And it's safe to say I love it, and I love it so much. So now I'm going to duplicate this a couple of times and create a few different versions to see if I like any of those better than what I have currently. But I really, really love this. So what I'm going to do with the first variation is just add a white box or rectangle in it. And so that's the wrong one. I selected the wrong one. I selected a square with a rectangle with a border. I don't want the border. So I'm going to go back and select this one now, and I'm going to change it white, and you can just see how I'm playing around with everything. I'm going to resize the white rectangle so that it essentially covers all of the space where there would be any font. And once I ended up doing that, I thought, hey, you know what? That kind of looks nice. So I'm going to duplicate that and continue playing around with that rectangle. And this time, I'm going to send that rectangle back. So now I have essentially 3 labels, and I really like all 3 variations. But after looking at that middle white variation, I decided to go ahead and make a 4th variation. And so the succulent, I bring the succulent forward, and then I also bring that green kind of stripe on top, that abstract kind of watercolor mark, I bring it forward as well. And then that is another rendition. So now I essentially have 4 versions of the label, and I like to look at them side to side and decide, you know, which one I'd like to use going forward.